What's the quickest way out of this forest? I think I'm going in that direction, but I have no idea where I am.
The castle's over there, so I suppose you want to go in that direction.
Castle?
Yes, the castle.
There's a castle on my bus route.
Bus?
Seriously, look, this is Glasgow, no Edinburgh. We don't just have castles in the middle of town.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Surely everyone knows where the castle is. Look, you can see the flags above the trees.
What's your name?
Cinderella. Why'd you ask?
There was something familiar about you. I thought your shoes were supposed to be made out of glass.
Oh no, that's a common misunderstanding. Originally they were meant to be squirrel fur. Don't ask. But it was mistranslated into glass when it went from French to English. Anyway, that was Perrault's version. The Grimm version had the shoes in gold, which are much sturdier.
Do you know that you're a story?
I'm not just a story. I'm an inspiration to millions of little girls. And some boys. I've had different dresses, different shoes. Sometimes I sing. But there's always a happily ever after with my wonderful prince who saves me from my horrible life. Never met anyone like you before.
I hope you don't mind my curiosity, but there's one thing that I've always wondered. Do you mind if I ask?
Go ahead.
Why does the prince decide to have everyone try on the shoe in order to find you? You know, why doesn't he just look at your face? It wasn't a mass ball, he knows what you look like. And even if you were wearing rags and you were completely covered in soot, you'd more or less look like you.
Interesting question. I've never really thought about it before. It was always just part of the story. I guess it's more accurate.
But is it really? Because that brings me to my main point. Why does the shoe only fit you? I mean, you have normal sized feet. You haven't done Chinese foot binding or anything like that, have you? And when you get your shoes, do you go to an elf cobbler or do you go to just a regular shoe seller?
There are no elves in the story.
So why doesn't anybody else fit? I mean, does he use children?
No! Only eligible maidens.
But surely someone has the same size of feet as you. Your stepsisters, they've got bigger feet, that's reasonable. But you and your feet, which are lovely, by the way,
Oh, thank you.
are not so absurdly delicate that the prince's plan is foolproof.
Suppose someone else would be able to fit into the shoe.
But then she would have tried the shoe on before you and the prince would have married her before they got to you. Your family hid you away. Everyone else in the kingdom had a shot before you. And that includes your stepsisters cutting off their toes and heels.
Yeah, that bit's disgusting. You're right. You'd have totally run off with some other girl who happened to fit into my shoe. How dare he? He's my happily ever after. What gives her the right to steal him from me just because of a technicality? She could be ugly. Ugly people can have small feet, you know. Would he have been so stupid as to marry some random person he didn't know just because of a shoe? What about her personality? Her values? Her kindness? He liked me, not her.
Oh, I didn't expect to find you so soon.
No, you expected to go through every eligible maiden in the kingdom first.
What?
Hey, hang on. He doesn't actually run away with anyone. That's just a wee plot hole. It's not actually what happened.
Who are you?
You were almost unfaithful.
What? No, I wasn't.
You almost married that other girl who has the same size of feet as me.
What other girl? No one else has the same size of feet as you. That's the whole point.
Surely someone else wears the same size of shoes as me. I don't have deformed feet, you know. I buy my shoes from normal, non-elven shoemakers.
What are you talking about? I never thought there was anything wrong with your feet.
You would have married one of my stepsisters if you hadn't discovered the blood running out of the shoe. Would you have even noticed her amputated toe? She would have made you utterly miserable. But you didn't even bother to chat to her before deciding, hey, the shoe fits, let's get married. Give me my shoe. I may be a servant in my own household, but I'm not as subservient as all that.
Wait. Look, let me speak, Your Highness. I was just talking to Cinderella about the pothole and she's a bit upset about it. And the last thing that I want to do is come between you two, because my daughter will never forgive me if her favourite princess doesn't marry a prince in the end.
Why would you mention the plot hole? It's just a contrivance.
I know, and that's what I was trying to say. Look, Cinders, come back. Just speak to your prince, please. Look, there's no way he would have married anybody else, even if she had managed to fit her foot into that shoe. Right? Right?
That's right. You're the only one I could ever marry. It's destiny. Fate made sure that no one else could fit into your perfectly sized shoe. Doves came down from heaven to tell me about the blood.
Charmingly put.
Not so fast there, mister. You still chose to do the whole shoe trying on thing. You should admit what you've done and accept it.
I don't know if the concept of free will applies to fairy tale characters, but the shoe fits, mate.
I thought you were meant to be on my side.
While we're on the subject, would you have even noticed me if I hadn't put on this pretty dress? Would you have even looked in my direction if I was in my normal rags and covered in soot? Sure, you fancy me now, but I wouldn't have even been allowed into the ballroom like that.
I'd have fancied you no matter what you were wearing. Your beauty would shine through the grime. Just one look in those eyes and it wouldn't have mattered what clothes you had on.
He's charming. Look, think what would happen if you two don't get together. As millions of children across the world would be denied you happily ever after. And they need that to keep their dreams alive. And I need my daughter not to look at me the way she looks at me when I've done something wrong. Like that time with the hamster.
Actually, most women nowadays want equality and would rather have a career than a prince for a husband. What happens with the hamster?
That's another story. But you are still a great metaphor for achieving success after an unfortunate start. And whether you marry the prince or you become the CEO of an international conglomerate, it's all the same thing. Either way, you two need to get together.
Oh, that's completely right. My dearest, sweetest, most beautiful Cinderella.
Let's go, keep going.
You are my choice and my destiny. Even if fate hadn't willed us to be together, I would have wanted you, no matter how we met. If you were a serving girl, I would have valued you above the cakes that you served. If you were a chimney sweep, I would have lit fires just to have an excuse to speak to you. If you walked the street, I would cross the road to be with you.
Now you're getting a little off topic.
You're completely right. The shoe thing was stupid and illogical. I should simply have searched for you with my soul, and I would have found you. No one else could ever compare to you. You are my one and only. With or without shoes. I love you, and only you, now and forever.
This guy's good.
You mean you wouldn't have run off with another small-footed maiden?
Even if someone had squeezed into the shoe, I'd have soon realized that she wasn't you. Forevermore, I'll be devoted and true. And this in your heart, you already knew.
Oh, my love, how could I have ever doubted you?
He loves you, you love him, you two should be together. I don't want a little thing like a plot hole and a curious idiot like me get in the way of things. Excuse me. Hi. Just 2 wee minutes. The way out.
Oh, it's just done that one.
Enjoy yourselves.
me. Do you know the way to Granny's house?